I'd like to welcome you out to the webinar this evening. I'm Seth Howard with the support team at Life as It Could Be, and tonight we have the special privilege of having the industry icon Dan Kinnison with us, as well as David and Susie Butler. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to David Butler for some announcements. So take it away, Dave.
Okay, thank you, Seth. It's nice to have Seth kind of host this for us tonight. Like he said, he works with us in the support entity with Carson James. They're real good friends and buddies. We've told you many, many times not to get upset when you do support things and get mad at Carson, because that's actually Susie's son. But you can go ahead and get mad at Seth because he's not family, so you can go ahead and yell at him. Anyway, we want to we want to welcome everybody out tonight. I think the first thing I want to say is that I know Sharon Sharif, 500K Sharon Sharif, by the way, is on the line with Dan Kinnison, and she'll probably pop in here and there with some comments of her own. I know Sharon, and she can't keep her mouth shut, and that's good. So,
Look who's calling the kettle black.
But I want to start off with a couple of announcements. The most important one is something that happened 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, we in fact had a webinar with Sharon Sharif. It's in the archives right now. Probably virtually no other webinar that we've ever done on Life as It Could Be got as much response from people as that webinar. They've been showing it to their teams and passing it out and having people go to the archives and passing it along and so forth, and that's for really, really good. And that's really, really good. Wait, I got distracted. I'm sorry. Anyway, so what I'd like you all to do is those of you that didn't get on and listen to that webinar is please go back into the archives 2 weeks ago, listen to that webinar. The information and the contact information, the words, the verbiage, all the stuff that Sharon came out with on that webinar, it was nothing short of magical. It was one for the ages, I'll tell you. So get into the archives, those of you that didn't listen to that, and you'll understand quickly what I'm talking about. Let me quickly announce the next couple of webinars. Next week we're going to have Paula Gervais on. She's a 20K in back east in Fort Myers, soon to be 500K. She'll like that. Anyway, I know she's on the line, but Paula is gonna be a special guest next week. The reason we're having her, she has the book out called Mangosteen Pet Experiences, and she's going to be on the call next week, and we're going to talk about mangosteen, Junie, the non-toxic products, and Elaviv as it relates to pets. We're going to have lots of dog stories and cat stories and horse stories and raccoon stories and everything else. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful webinar. And so anybody with a love for pets or pets of their own, or anybody that knows anybody with pets and might want to dig a little bit deeper into mangosteen and pets would want to be on that call. So that's going to be taking place with Paula next week. The week after that, we're going to have Ron Otterstrom in commissions and marketing plan information on there. And the week after that, we're going to have another special guest. His name's Matt Townsend. Matt Townsend, he's becoming one of the national leaders, impact leaders in communication and conflict resolution and a relationship expert. He's actually fast becoming one of the nation's premier communication trainers. He's got a weekly KSL television show. That's the #1 station in the entire Mountain West, and they're syndicating that nationally right away. We feel that within a year or two, he'll be as big as Dr. Phil or bigger, and I think you'll find that.
But way better looking and a lot more funny.
Yeah, way better looking and way, way, way funnier. You know, and his clients include General Mills and Franklin Covey and Nike and Panasonic and Honda, Hewlett-Packard, CNN, Cox Communication, and so forth. That'll be on the 30th, so you probably want to plan for that. That'll be a real special one. Tonight, however, we have Dan Kinnison, and we're just pleased in Zango to flat out have Dan in the company, for heaven's sake. He's just an icon in this industry. He's spent his career helping people grow, helping people make money, helping people communicate with others and grow businesses and grow personally and so forth. It was interesting. I've been trying to get a bio from Dan, and he's not a big bio type guy. He's accomplished so much, and yet he says, David, I just like to be known as a guy that helps others and so forth. So, but let me tell you, this guy's a legend. He was actually the #1 distributor in another company previously. And Dan, since you kind of didn't give me a big old fancy bio, why don't we start off with you? You just had a lot of success. Why don't you tell the people just a little bit more about yourself, okay?
Well, thank you, David Butler, and thank you, Susie. What an honor to meet the two of you. And, sitting here next to 500K Sharon Sharif, my best friend, and watching her for 7 years. But, the accomplishment that you have both done, today, the growth, over 800,000 people in your organization, over $20 million in sales volume. To be on the phone tonight, I feel such an honor. But it really goes back about 30 years for me, David and Susie, that somebody did give me a call. I did go up and meet with a gentleman in the industry. There was #1 with a company that the initials started with H. And he was a mattress salesman, and he was basically just sharing his story. He said, if you could teach a carpenter to build a house or, a mechanic to fix a car, that's a learned skill. And he started teaching these principles. And I like principle teaching, and Sharon calls them pearls. But I learned the pearls, and within 90 days teaching those pearls, his income went to $10,000 a month. And within 2 years, his income went to a 6-figure a month income and well over $3 million a year. And I took that and started with the company. The initial was a B company. I won't say the name of the company, but went out and started working and helped personally sponsor 37 people in the industry with that company. They all become millionaires or multimillionaires. And I always tell people I'm not a big shot. I'm a little shot that shoots a lot. But that's what really was my success. I think we did $40 million in sales, about 900,000 reps in about an 18-year period. But the wheels fell off that company. I had success in a couple other companies, and a lot of going out and just helping people, wanting to learn how to build a business from home. And that's Dan Kinnison's story. Have had a lot of success. I guess the reason for me to take a serious look at Zango was the word stability. Watching what David and Susie Butler have done, watching what Sandy and Ed Cohn have done, watching the 500K Sharon Sharifs, and watching the founders, the compensation plan. And so I can't tell you, David, how delighted I am at a very young age finding my last company that's built on granite, not quicksand.